everybody, welcome to the first video for review problem set number 2. Our topic for this problem set is logarithms. If you don't remember about logarithms, that's okay. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know. Before we start, let's get our paper set up. So please, at the top of your paper, title it Review Problem Set Number 2. And then in the upper right corner, please put your name. Pause if you need to get your paper set up. Otherwise, we're going to continue on. Okay, let's talk about logarithms. First thing I would like us to remember is just how do you evaluate a logarithm by itself. So that's what we're going to do in problem number 1. And I'm going to take you through that. And then we're going to practice using the product property and the quotient property to evaluate some expressions with logarithms. So that's what we're going to do down here. And I'm going to take you through this one as well. And then on the next page, I'll have some problems for you to try on your own. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on number 1 so we can go through that together. Evaluate the logarithm. So just like yesterday, when we were evaluating roots and rational exponents, there's a question we want to ask ourselves when we're evaluating a logarithm. Evaluating a logarithm is looking for a missing exponent. If we remember way back, 7 is our base, 16,807 is what we called the answer number, and we want to know what power do we put on 7 to get this answer number. What's the exponent on 7? So the question we want to ask ourselves is 7 to what power equals our answer number, 16,807. What's the missing exponent on 7? So at this point, you're going to want to check your exponent chart. Hopefully you guys can all access that. I have it attached to this post again. So now I'm looking in the 7 row because 7 is my base. So I'm finding 7 and I'm going across until I hit 16,807. And then I want to know what power is that. So I see that that's in the 5th power column, which means 7 to the 5th power is 16,807. So that means the value of this logarithm is 5 because the exponent on 7 is 5. Okay, so that's evaluating logarithms. Hopefully that's coming back. Always come back to this question. The base to what power equals the answer number? All right, so zooming out. Next, we're going to go into using the properties to evaluate expressions with logarithms. And we're just going to use the product property and the quotient property for this review. So zooming in on this first one, I have addition here, and addition tells me to use the product property. So I'm going to write the product property up here so we remember it. Okay, the product property says if I have a log of some base of a number plus a log of that same base of another number, that's equal to log with that base of my 2 answer numbers multiplied. So addition outside the logs is the same as multiplication inside the logs. So let's use that idea here. I have addition, so I'm going to use the product property. Product property says that this is equal to log base 6 of, and now inside my logarithm, I'm going to have 4 times 9. I'm going to put that in another color. I'm multiplying my answer numbers inside the logarithm. Okay. Simplifying that one more step, 4 times 9 is 36. So now I just need to know what is log base 6 of 36. And to do that, I want to ask myself the question, 6 to what power is 36? The answer to that is 2. So my final answer here is 2. Okay, so there you can see that whole problem all together. Hopefully that is coming back. All right, last one here that we're going to do together. Now I have subtraction outside my logarithms. So in this case, I want to use the quotient property. Okay, quotient property says if I have log base b of x, subtract log base b of y, that's equal to log base b of this time division x divided by y. So subtraction outside the logs is the same as division inside the logs. Okay, so let's see how that works here. Log base 5 of 250 minus log base 5 of 2. I have subtraction, so I can use the quotient property to combine those. I get log base 5 of, and now I'm going to divide my answer numbers inside. So I get 250 divided by 2. Okay, let's simplify that. That's equal to log base 5 of, and 250 divided by 2 is 125. Well, that doesn't really look like a 5. Okay. And now to evaluate this, I want to ask myself, 5 to what power is 125? I check my exponent chart, I find 5 as my base, go horizontally across till I hit 125, and I find that the power is 3. So the answer here is 3. All right, so zooming out, there's our first page of examples. We're evaluating logarithms by asking our question, and then we're using either the product property if we have addition, or the quotient property if we have subtraction. Okay. Here are the problems I would like you to try on your own. So you're going to evaluate 2 logarithms up here, and then you're going to use the properties to evaluate down here. And I wrote the properties out for you right here, so you can reference those if you need to. And I will go through the solutions to these in the second video if you want to check your answers. Okay, see you then.